So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something so exciting. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Laundry! So basically my goal in today's video is just to give you a few laundry tips and hacks that work well for me. And you know what? Sometimes they're super simple things that you might totally know already, but sometimes it's the simple things that we forget. If you are new here, my name is Raquel and I share home and lifestyle tips. I would love if you would follow along, subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. So let's get started. So my very first tip is to have a laundry routine. Now this might look different from what I do to what you do. Now this can either be a set day that you do laundry, like Mondays and Thursdays, just once a week on Friday or whatever. It doesn't really matter when you do it, but just have a set schedule. What works best for me actually is to do laundry every single day except one day of the week, which is either Saturday or Sunday. People have been talking about doing laundry every day for so long and I just pushed it off and pushed it off. I was like, nah, I don't think that's for me. I like my laundry routine. But I was like, I'm just gonna give it a go. I'm just gonna try and see if I like doing laundry every day. And I love it, you guys. It's basically just like making my bed or emptying the dishwasher every day. It just becomes something that's such a small task instead of taking up an entire day of just doing laundry. When you decide to do it, it's completely up to you. But like I said, have a laundry schedule. Another tip that works great is have a sock bag. So this one I found at Target. You can find them at Dollar Tree, wherever. Have a bag like this for your socks. It's just a little tiny laundry bag. This works especially good for kids' socks. You know how kids' socks can get lost so quickly and it's like your washer like eats them or something. Keeping your socks all together in a bag makes it so much easier for finding them later to fold or whatever. And another tip for socks that I love and I've already done with my kids that I babysit is to just buy all white socks for your kids. This seriously is such a game changer. And this is what I plan to do with my kids as well, is I basically avoid all patterns, colors, stripes, whatever on socks. I keep them all simple. Like if you have boys, you gotta pack a boy white socks. If you have girls, pack up girl white socks. If your kids are close together in age, you can buy them like one size fits all and kind of make it work that way. And that way when it comes to folding, you just have white socks instead of looking for this poor sad little cute little blue sock and yellow sock and you can never find their little partners and it's just so frustrating. So save the frustration, save time and save hours and hours of your life and just buy all white socks. I do that even for my adult socks as well. I just buy all the same kind and that way I don't have to be always looking for their partner and whatever else. So that's a tip that I love. So a tip for saving money and a much healthier alternative to using like Downy or any kind of softener for your clothes is just to use vinegar. Now I also have a recipe for a laundry softener that I'm going to share in a next video, so make sure you look out for that. I also make my own non-toxic laundry soap and I also be sharing the recipe for that in a future video. But for the sake of this video, rinse your clothes with vinegar. Now you're like, vinegar is going to make my clothes stink. Are my clothes going to smell like vinegar? No, actually completely the opposite. Vinegar helps neutralize odors in your clothes, especially your towels. You know how towels can get all stinky and stuff. So I basically just put vinegar in the rinse thingamajiggy and it works great. Yeah, vinegar helps soften your clothes. It helps with static. Yeah, it's just really good for dirty smells and stains and that kind of thing. So I love using vinegar. And also what I do is I have a spray bottle that I put either vinegar or hydrogen peroxide, kind of depends on my mood, and I'll spray it underneath armpits of like shirts and dresses in the summertime, especially when we're extra like stanky, you know what I'm saying? I'll spray it underneath shirt armpits and it really helps with getting that stinky like BO smell or even like athletic wear. I will spray straight vinegar right on the clothes before I put it in the wash. It really seems to help. And like I said, you can use hydrogen peroxide for the exact same reason. Hydrogen peroxide, vinegar, they're both very, very cheap. So yeah, basically I've been rinsing my clothes with vinegar for years and I love it. But like I said, I do have a recipe for laundry softener that I've also been using lately and I like it. I'm really, really liking it. That includes vinegar but does not just have just vinegar. That kind of weirds you out for some reason. And you know what? Check to make sure your washer works well with vinegar. Mine does, but I can't speak for all washers. This is just what works well for mine. Like I don't want it to ruin your washer and then you come blame me or something. It works well for mine and my washer's really clean inside. So if you're finding these tips helpful, make sure to leave me a thumbs up. Moving on. So I used to think that using hot water was the very best for getting all stains out, making your clothes all clean, stuff like that. And actually, apart from whites and towels, so hot water will set in like your stains actually, and it will fade your clothes faster, your electricity bill will be higher. So use cold water. So there are a couple things you can do to make your whites look extra white. And like I said before, Wash your clothes with the hottest water possible with whites. And also make sure you're really particular about sorting your whites. Make sure they're all white, and so that you don't have darker clothes in there that make your whites look dingy. What I like to do is just put a big canister here of baking soda, like really accessible, and when I have a load of whites, I'll just put a scoop of it right in the washer along with my other detergent, and that keeps my whites white. Another thing you can do is use hydrogen peroxide in your wash. That helps keep clothes white as well. I also love using lemon essential oils to whiten your whites as well. Like that with the combo of baking soda works really good. And so that's what I use to keep my whites white. You can also use OxiClean. The OxiClean does have a version where it's free and clear, so it has no dyes or bad fragrance. I can't even say that word, fragrances in it. And a scoop of that can keep your whites looking white as well. So one thing too is that you want to make sure that your clothes are, you check your clothes coming out of the washer and make sure that the stains have come out before you put it in the dryer. Because once you put your clothes in the dryer, there's no getting that stain out. Like those stains are stuck, and I've learned that the hard way. And I'm really sad because I've had some of my favorite dresses and stuff. I didn't notice there was a stain on it until they were completely dried, and there was just no getting that out. And by the way, if you guys have any great stain removers, let me know. I'm still on the hunt for a healthy stain remover. I have some that aren't. They're pretty not healthy, and they work great, of course, but like I want a healthier alternative to my stain remover. So if you have one, let me know. So another thing that I'm sure most of you guys do, but girls do, is to use a bra bag. Man, these things save those expensive suckers from getting tangled up, ripped, all that kind of stuff, all wrenched up in your washer. So just definitely use bra bags. They're so affordable, and I just throw them right into your washer, and definitely don't dry your bras as well. Like that will keep the lifespan of those things much longer if you don't throw them in the dryer. Like definitely line dry your bras. Another tip is to use wool dryer balls over dryer sheets. So not only are dryer sheets pretty toxic, they're actually one of the most toxic things in your home. And if you don't care about that, that's fine. They are pretty affordable. I'll link these down below. They're from Target or Walmart or wherever you want to find them. And I put in like 4 or 5, however many I feel like, in the dryer, and they help keep your clothes soft, and they actually help your clothes dry faster, which is a good thing. And if you want your clothes to smell good, like on top of that, just put some drops of essential oil right on the balls. And my favorite is like lemon or peppermint or orange or lavender or whatever, but I'm a huge lemon fan, so I often will put lemon right on these, and they keep your clothes smelling good, but also they help your clothes, like I said, dry faster, and it's also a cheaper alternative to dryer sheets. Another tip is to make yourself a really good drink when you're folding laundry, and watch something interesting on YouTube, me for example, or a podcast or whatever. Like just make the folding time not so like hateful. I know it's sometimes a lot of laundry, and so I always make myself a really good cup of coffee and some chocolate, and I watch something or listen to something while I'm doing laundry to make it a pleasant experience rather than just hating it. And another tip is to make your laundry room as pleasant of a room as possible. So here is a little bit of the before. Beep. And here's kind of how it looks after. Anyways, I know not everybody can afford to do a complete remodel on your laundry room, but that's not really the point. The point is you can still make it a nicer place if you put like plants in the room and like put your laundry soap. So one thing I do is I put my laundry soap and my laundry softener in cute bottles and canisters and that kind of thing. That really helps make your laundry room look nicer, and it just kind of gives it a, like, I don't know, it just makes it look prettier, and it's also very useful. Like these things are very useful. So that's one tip I have, is to make your laundry room look as nice of a room as possible. If you're still here, awesome, you're like amazing, because this is getting a lot longer than I thought it would be. Okay, so now for my very last tip, which is my favorite. I got this tip from Jordan Page. This is not original with me. I thought it was brilliant, and I'm like, you know what, if I ever have kids, I am definitely gonna do this. So this works really, really well if you have multiple kids. Sorry, there was a bug. This tip works really, really well if you have multiple kids close together in age. Sometimes it's really, really hard when you're sorting and putting away clothes to know whose clothes are whose. So this tip will help with that. So what you do is you get a permanent marker, find the tag in the back of the outfit, the shirt, dress, whatever it is, or somewhere in the back where you can't see if the kid's wearing it. And for your oldest, let's say you have 3 daughters. So your oldest daughter gets 1 dot. And then if this shirt is good enough to be passed down to, let's say, your second daughter, your second in line, guess what? She gets 2 dots, signifying that this belongs to the second daughter or the second son, whoever this is for. And then later, if it's good enough to be passed down to your third daughter, guess what? You add another dot, signifying that this belongs to the third daughter or the third in line. So this tip just makes it so easy for anybody in your family to be able to just pick up the shirt and look, okay, there's 3 dots. It must belong to Sally because she's a third in line or whatever, third daughter. And yeah, anybody can do it, fold and put away in the right spot. And yeah, it's just easier than having to write their actual name on the back of everything, because we know how fast they'll outgrow it, and then you have to cross it off and try a different name. This way, this is a lot more discreet, and it's really, really simple. It's like 3 dots. Let's say 1 dot or 2 dots or 3 dots. You instantly know whose clothes these belong to. So I hope you enjoyed that tip. I really liked it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you let me know if you liked it. Leave a like or a comment. Let me know what your favorite laundry hack is. I love finding out. I love learning from people, and I'm constantly trying to learn new tips and hacks for making everyday things just so much easier and working smarter, not harder. So make sure that you subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.
Ooh.